Hello beautiful souls and welcome to my channel Roseology. So this video is about the Mercury Retrograde happening February 16th to March 9th. We are currently in Mercury Retrograde shadow from February 1st to March 29th. So if you are ready to get straight to the meditation or piles, please head to the description or the comments section down below for the timestamps to the piles. If you are wondering what Mercury Retrograde is, and I'll be taking a couple of minutes to explain that. So if you don't want to sit through this once again, please head to the comments or the description for the timestamps, okay? Mercury retrograde. Now, what is Mercury retrograde? Well, first off, Mercury is the planet of the mind, communication, intellect, technology, local travel, even trading in goods and services in a general sense. Now, Mercury rules the signs Gemini and Virgo, as well as the 3rd and the 6th houses. Now, Mercury is never more than 28 degrees away from the sun. And because he goes retrograde 3 times a year, he has gained the title of trickster or even the underworld guide. Now, I see Mercury as a transmitter, an energy that bridges the gap between two people, entities, or energies so they can communicate. Communication is how we evolve as a species. Every species has some form or method to effectively pass information back and forth for their survival. Now, when he goes retrograde and starts slowing down, this is Mercury, instead of translating, communicating, and interpreting, he's observing, reflecting, and receiving, which is essential for healthy and effective communication. Without this retrograde period, this would be like us always talking but never listening, and truly listening is just as important. So when it comes to listening, there's different forms of listening. Listening can be I'm truly listening to you and I'm processing what you're saying, or it can be like yeah, you're talking but I'm calculating or thinking about what I'm going to say, so I'm not actually listening. There's different forms and methods of listening, but Mercury retrograde is like our time to listen. Okay, so this means that our words, mind, communication, travel, trade of goods and services, or business deals may not go as planned because we're so used to doing things one way. Mercury is so used to speeding around the sun, at like 180,000 kilometers an hour or something crazy like that. He's so used to speeding around the sun, so this is very different for him. It's like an electrical wire sort of having a short in it. When that happens, there's a misfire, right? In information and electricity, and it's like that. And it's like when our computers or our phones, they start buffering because the signal gets tripped somehow. When we deal with communication or technology, that signal has to be proficient and quick so that the information that does come across doesn't end up discombobulated like a game of telephone, right? So with Mercury going retrograde in the sign of Pisces, this is a time to remain mentally open. Pisces does not like restrictions or boundaries, and Mercury thrives off of pragmatism and precision. So Mercury will deal with theories, but he deals with theories so that the way he can turn them into actual concrete ideas, beliefs, and information. So this is Mercury learning how to process differently. So he's becoming more sensitive to the subtle things happening around him that he's normally whizzing right past. So Mercury is alienating himself from his usual job of receiving and delivering information, but instead perceiving, observing, reflecting, and most importantly, listening. So instead of always needing to know facts, he's a bit more open to ambiguity in the sign of Pisces here. So this combo, Mercury and Neptune in the sign of Pisces, Mercury going retrograde in the sign of Pisces with Neptune near him, this is this energy working to soften up our view and ideas. This is a healing of mental blockages, mental rigidity, mental stubbornness, basically. So this is us, really learning how to, we're learning something different. Mercury also rules how we learn as well. So, this is us learning how to do things differently, this Mercury retrograde season. So, Mercury retrograde can be a great thing. It doesn't have to be scary or a terrible thing. I actually, honestly, since starting my spiritual journey, I've not had one bad Mercury retrograde. Yeah, little things happen where you get really annoyed and irritated, but I have learned that when something happens, to not get annoyed or irritated during Mercury retrograde, but actually to stop and wonder why it's happening. And normally when I stop and sort of get into that third person perspective, it's like, oh, okay, then I finally get what's up. And then I usually end up stumbling across some sort of solution somehow to something that's been going on for the last few weeks or few months or even few years of my life, something like that. So it's actually honestly been an amazing thing for me. But yeah, so we're checking out the energy of Mercury retrograde today and how it could be playing out down your life. Never forget though that you are the engineer of your own reality, okay? So pick a cards, tarot readings, astrology, they do not change that. So it's up to you to accept this message or not, just like it's up to you to change your own life. So these cards will not make anything happen that you are not putting effort into, okay? For those of you that are ready to get to this meditation, let me just say, like I always do, that this is a general reading for the collective. So in order for this reading to resonate with you, you need to be synced into the energy of this reading. To help you do that and to help you select a pile with your third eye, not your physical ones, I'll be offering a 60-second meditation. 30 seconds into that meditation, I'll be placing crystals for those of you that like to pick piles with objects on them. So if you are drawn to another pile, that's because there's another message for you in that pile. So if you'd like to participate in this meditation, get into a relaxed position, become aware of your entire body, starting with your feet and working that awareness up in sections from the feet to the head. Then take a deep breath in through your nose for around 5 seconds. Hold that breath for 3 seconds and exhale for 6 to 7 seconds. Once you've done this a few times, you should be ready to start that meditation. This is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4, and pile 5. All right, so we'll go on ahead and start that meditation right now. All right, here on pile 1, I have an angel phantom quartz. Here on pile 2, green calcite. On pile 3, an angel aura quartz. On pile 4, rose quartz. And pile 5, rhodonite. I'll give you guys another 30 seconds to meditate with the crystals on each pile. Alright, hopefully that meditation was enough time for you to pick a pile and tap into your own psychic awareness. I want to take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and beautiful spirit for these messages today. Now let's get to your message to find out what Mercury Retrograde has in store for you. Alright, in pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with the tarot cards here first before getting to your oracle cards. So let's just go on ahead, jump straight in to see what your Mercury Retrograde has planned for you, okay? The very first card that we have here is the King of Swords, the Ten of Cups in reverse, and the Three of Wands. All right, pile 1. So what I'm seeing with these 3 tarot cards is this is you breaking out of your comfort zone, having conversations or telling the truth in spite of what may happen with the relationships in your life. So this King of Swords here is saying to be committed and honest to yourself and with yourself first and foremost. Mercury retrograde will be focused on you tearing something down, basically to build it back up again with this Ten of Cups in reverse and this Three of Wands. So you're going to tear down your safety net or your comfort zone or normal day-to-day routine, whatever you have become accustomed to so much that you almost feel a little uninspired about life, or you feel like there's more out there for you. Mercury retrograde is going to come to show you there is more out there for you with this Three of Wands here. So don't get comfortable with this Ten of Cups in reverse. Mercury retrograde will have you reevaluating your relationships and home life big time with this Ten of Cups here. So you may have a revelation within your family, a conversation that changes the dynamics of things. You may be renovating your house or your home. Moving is a huge possibility as well with this Three of Wands here and this Ten of Cups in reverse. But this Ten of Swords is definitely coming through to tell you to take more control over your life, your household, your family, your home, your routine, your schedule, something like that, something dealing with your home life or your schedule. Okay, so Mercury retrograde for my pile 1s may also be coming to you to tear you away from this safety net, whatever this may be, because we go from the family family card in the Ten of Cups to a lone traveler in the Three of Wands. So this could as well be a breakup of some sort. I don't know about romantically because I'm not really feeling romantically. This could be like a breakup between roommates or relatives, a friend that you've always seen as family. This could be a breakup with like a romantic partner as well. But like I said, I'm more so seeing like maybe the other people that you're close to in your life. I see a truth coming in. And this is something that needs to be dealt with or acknowledged, and it sort of changes things for everyone involved with this Ten of Cups in reverse here. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards to see what else is going on. I'm trying to make sure I don't see anything else here. Let me see. Yeah, I just see you trying to set up your own home. You know what? Oh my God. I'm just realizing this. The Ten of Cups in reverse is kind of like what I've already touched on, but the Ten of Cups in reverse here, typically in the Rider-Waite Coleman Smith deck, this is depicted as somebody, you know, with their family, and they are looking out at their home and their kids playing, and there's a rainbow shining over them. It's just like this beautiful, you know, family dynamic, right? And this is in reverse. And so what I'm getting here with this Ten of Cups in reverse and this Three of Wands here is you, like I said, sort of trying to tear away from your home or your family or your home life, your comfort zone, your safety net, the place where we feel most safe. Because what is home? What is family? When we look at it from a general point of view, this is just the place and the people that we feel as though we belong with or belong in. So with this Three of Wands coming directly after this Ten of Cups in reverse, this is saying that you are trying to go off and seek your own individuality, your own independence, your own purpose. You're tearing away from this place that you feel that you belong to, and you're trying to go and find your own space, you know? So this sort of seems like a space where not that you were like put in, or not that you like maybe like a place that you were either born into or just found yourself sort of drifting to. Like this is like a home or a family or a community or a group or something that you just sort of fell into without really realizing it, in a sense. So this could be family that you were born into, something like that. You know, maybe like, let's just say for instance, if it's a group of people that you hang out with at school, maybe it's because you didn't know anyone else. Maybe it's because like you were separated from your normal friend group and you sort of just like made a different friend group. Well, this is you tearing away from that and going off and saying, I don't mind if I have to be alone. I don't mind if I have to be independent. I don't mind if I have to figure things out on my own. I'm going to go off and find this place that I truly belong to and that I truly belong in, because the Three of Wands comes directly before the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is where this person in the Three of Wands finds or creates or makes a home base, a place that he belongs. So it's interesting how it's like one comfortable zone or one home base or one group, one community that you were a part of that fell apart, but it's like you're heading to find the place that you truly do belong in, or the relationship that you truly do belong in. So maybe this is like a relationship that ends. You're moving on to find the relationship that you truly belong in. So this was like a stepping stone. This was like a chapter in a book. This was like a chapter in a book, and now that book is basically closed, or that chapter is closed, and now it's time to move on and for you to find the chapter that you are supposed to be moving into or that you belong in. That's what I'm saying here. That's the best way that I know how to explain it. Hopefully that made sense. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards here, okay? The first two oracle cards that we have here is, this one says growth. Look at that. Growth and, oh, wow. Wow, you guys see that? Home and growth. What did I say? Okay, yeah, for sure. This is you guys leaving home. We have the home card here and then growth. Home and then growth. So for some of you, this is you growing away from home, away from your comfort space. This could also be a pregnancy that comes in and sort of turns your house on its head, because maybe you weren't expecting this. You know, maybe you have, maybe you adopt a pet, something like that as well, where it's like it changes this dynamic that you're used to. And this is like a new sort of life or a new normal that you have to get used to. But this is what I'm seeing is like there's some sort of growth away from home. For very many of you, this is you tearing away from that comfortable space and heading out to find a place that you truly belong in, basically. Yeah, let's go ahead and check out the next two. And we have here, look at this, Neptune sacrifice. And seventh house partners. Yeah. Okay, so this could definitely be a relationship that is ending, a friendship, some sort of partnership that's ending. This could be work related that's ending, and it's like, you know what, I'm gonna go off and find my own thing or do my own thing, because we have 7th house and Neptune sacrifice. So for me, I feel like pile 1 has 2 groups of people in it. This is why so strongly I was getting someone leaving home or a breakup or making serious changes. And we have here partners in sacrifice. Now, Neptune isn't just about sacrifice, it also deals with healing. Okay, so sacrifice here could be you choosing to put your own feelings aside for someone in your life, or you choosing to put their feelings aside so you can focus on your own independence and do what you have to do to take care of you. With this 3 of Wands here, like I said, this is some sort of an independent step. So yeah, that's basically what I'm getting with this. This is pretty interesting. But yeah, it definitely looks like walking away from some sort of partnership here. Okay, the next card that we have is Spring Equinox Rebirth. Beautiful. Okay. Do you guys see this? This is rejuvenation. This is why I was seeing some of you renovate your home or even move. And again, we have mention of a birth, even though it says rebirth. So this could be a pregnancy, a birth, or you adopting a pet or adopting a child, or even you renovating your own life, your home, your schedule, and your priorities, yourself, basically, like I mentioned earlier. So what this spring equinox rebirth is saying right here is this is you taking some sort of independent step to take care of yourself, because maybe you've given too much to your partnerships or your relationships, and it's like, you know what, I need to go off and do some healing. Maybe you take a trip by yourself. This could also be something like rehab, where it's like, you know, I need to go get me together. You know what I mean? And then the next card that we have here, this is for your relationship card, and we have here, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps that you were guided to take. Okay, so yeah, there's going to need to be some sacrifice or reorganizing of priorities, where you either put your own self to the back burner to take care of other people in your life, or you prioritize your own needs over the relationships in your life. So this will be a bit of a split, where you have to commit to one side here and stick with it and don't necessarily regret it. So it's like, you know, are you going to take this time to take care of you or your partnerships? So it's almost like this split between yourself and other people in your life, basically. And then these 3 cards here are dealing with your health for Mercury retrograde. So let's see, we have use your natural healing abilities. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for clearly guiding, encouraging, and supporting my healing work. Beautiful. So yeah, there is something healing about you walking away. And then we have here home help. Look at that, home help. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for giving me the courage to ask for and accept help from you, the angels, and others in matters regarding my family and home. Okay, yeah. So for sure, some of you guys are definitely, there's definitely something going on with the home, your family possibly even. And then the third health card that we have here is massage. Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me know that I deserve to receive massages and other self-care treatments. That you do. Okay, and then the very last card that we have here is beautiful, the Mystic. Oh my gosh. Okay. So what I'm getting with the Mystic is this is all about healing, contemplation, and surrender, accepting in a greater power. This will be reflective of your own energy and personality for Mercury retrograde, this card here. So the energy that you're going to be vibrating on, the energy that is going to be reflective of your own personality, is you're going to seem like a mystic. You're going to come off like a mystic, or you're going to feel like the mystic. So this is all about healing, contemplation, and surrender, accepting a greater power into your life, basically. And this is why a lot of these different changes are going to be happening. This is why you're going to be inspired to make all these different changes, because you're going to know something's going to resonate with you deep inside, where it's like, you know what, I need to go do this for me. Like I was saying, this is something for you, this Mercury retrograde. Okay, so this is all that I'm seeing, pile 1. Feel free to take a screenshot if you'd like. I'm going to leave the cards up for you guys. But thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I pray this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength. I want to take this time out to thank your beautiful guides, my beautiful guides, our higher self, and amazing spirited self for this message today. Hopefully you all come back to visit me sometime soon. But until next time, you guys stay safe, stay blessed. Please keep conquering the world. Have an amazing Mercury retrograde season. It looks like you're going to anyways. And I'll be back next time, okay? Bye, guys. All right, and pile number 2, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards first before getting to your oracle cards. So let's just jump straight in and see what this Mercury retrograde has in store for you, okay? The very first card that we have here is the 6 of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the 5 of Wands in reverse. All right, so Six of Swords. This is interesting. The first thing I thought of when I saw the Six of Swords was like, where are you going, pile two? What's going on here? Okay. You are getting the hell out of Dodge, aren't you? Whatever it is, you probably already know what I'm talking about. You are completely moving on from some sort of situation here. Six of Swords, I see mentally strong and your mind made up. You are not struggling at all with how you feel, what you think, where you're going, and what you're going to do. There's no question about it for you. You definitely know what you want with this Queen of Pentacles here. This is you. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I see you rejecting something or someone and saying, no, thank you, but I'll do it on my own or I'll do it by myself. Because working or collaborating or allowing other people to put in their 2 cents leads to this Five of Wands here, bickering, differences, and petty arguments that are draining to me mentally and physically and spiritually. That's why this Five of Wands is here in reverse. So there's something that you want or will want to do on your own this Mercury retrograde. There's something that may already be perfectly set up for you, already waiting for you, like a job, for instance. So let's say, as an example, someone offers you a great job, amazing pay, great location, everything is set up, ready to go. All you have to do is sign on the dotted line. And instead you say no, because it's like, I want to set up my own company or work on my own passions and make a living from that. Another example, let's say it's an ex that comes back. Mercury retrograde loves to throw exes at us, right? So let's say an ex comes back, for example. You already know them and how they are and what to expect. It would be so easy to just go back and have this relationship set up within hours, right? But this is you saying, hell no, I'll take my chances elsewhere. This is you desperately needing to see what else is out there for you because you can just feel that there's more out there, or there's something created just for you with this Queen of Pentacles here, and it won't be difficult. Five of Wands in reverse. You won't have to fight for it in the way that you are used to fighting for things in your life. This will be almost effortless because it's meant for you. You're going to be finding your divine other half, whether that's a person, a job, a lifestyle, passion, purpose, hobby, idea, project. You are being drawn to leave because your soul is trying to say there's something else, or there is more out there that's meant for us. Just trust me. And I see you trusting in that feeling and actually finding it because you're being led to this other place, basically. So it looks like to me kind of like you packing up and deciding to leave something. You're not maybe physically or literally packing up. It could be metaphorically, but it's like there's something where you're just kind of like, you're definitely mentally moving on. You're mentally moving on. You're trying to find something that's more stable, that really speaks to you, but is a lot more stable with this Queen of Pentacles here. Whatever you were dealing with before, it felt like a lot of this Five of Wands in reverse. The Five of Wands, typically when we see it in the Rider-Waite-Smith, is just 5 people standing around and they're just sort of swinging sticks around, basically. And they're not the crazy part about that card is they're not actually trying to hurt each other. They're not actually trying to injure each other. They're just literally there to fight. They're just literally there to fight with their own opinion, to fight with their own perspectives, their own viewpoints. They're literally showing up just to fight. So this is letting me know that you are getting away from something that feels really unnecessarily stressful, painful, hurtful, disappointing, and it's like, I'm just not dealing. You want something more stable, like I was saying with this Queen of Pentacles. You don't want to be around something or in an environment that's just chaotic just to be chaotic. It's like what I'm getting with my pile too is it's not like hard work scares you off. It's not like, because this Queen of Pentacles right here is telling me that you are perfectly fine with the hard work. And with figuring things out on your own. But it's like, it's not the hard work that scares you. It's not the risk taking that scares you. What really gets to you is just unnecessary stress. Where it's like, some people, and I know this sounds crazy, but some people, they literally like to stress. They will find any reason to stress. They will find any reason to complain and talk and bitch and moan. And it's like, you know, even when people give them solutions, it's like they have some sort of rebuttal for their solution because they just want to complain. And that's sort of like vampiric, parasitic energy, where somebody, it's like you're giving them solutions, but they just, for every solution, for every answer you give them, they're like, no, that won't work because of this, this, and this. You know, that's a person that just wants to complain. So I'm seeing you also may be getting away from some sort of parasitic energy that has just been draining you, because it's all it knows how to do when it comes to receiving attention or energy. The only way that this person or the situation knows how to get your energy or knows how to get other people's energy is just to always need something, to be very needy. But it's like they're not filling you up, they're more so draining you. For some of you, that might not apply to all of you, but that's just what I'm getting here. So this may be you just really walking away and realizing, like, you know what, this is going to be the same thing. It's just going to be chaotic for absolutely no reason. There's nothing here to stress about. There's nothing here to argue about. There's nothing here to bitch about or to cry about. Like, we can actually make something happen here. So I'm going to go move on to fertile ground, a fertile environment that I can work with. That's not chaotic with this Five of Wands in reverse. I'm done with the chaos for no reason. I'm done with it. Yeah. That's what's going on with you guys. That's what you're trying to get away from. Okay, let's check out you guys' oracle cards here. See what else it is that we have going on for your Mercury retrograde. And these two cards are healing cards, healing oracle cards. So if you need any sort of healing for this Mercury retrograde season, then these cards could help. Focusing on these two things. Oh my goodness, look at this. We have abundance. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, abundance with this Queen of Pentacles, and then we have emotional release. Yep. Sounds a lot like the Six of Swords here. With abundance and emotional release, it kind of sounds like I was saying, like the Six of Swords, moving on from something, being released from something. And abundance is the Queen of Pentacles all day, like I was saying. Finding that thing that is meant for you. Abundance is saying that there is so much out there for you if you take that leap of faith, basically. But you have to really like separate. And I feel like you guys, the thing that's coming to you guys is a realization. That's why the Six of Swords is here. Anytime we deal with the swords in tarot, we're dealing with the mind, intellect, communication. We're dealing with the truth, because a sword, it does what? It cuts out facades. It cuts out things that are not transparent, that are not real, that are not truthful. That's what a sword does, right? So this could also be you coming to a revelation of some sorts, where it's just like, you know what? This is exactly what this situation or this person is like, and it's draining me. I need to move on from this, so that the way I can accept my abundance. So this is emotional release for you, for sure. The next two cards that we have here is, look at that. Chiron healing, exactly, just like emotional release. And then we have here lunar eclipse change. Okay, with lunar eclipse change and Chiron healing, change is definitely the Six of Swords for sure. And the Five of Wands in reverse. Like I said, you won't have to fight for this anymore. This will feel so different and effortless for you. And Chiron healing is coming from you finally finding what is meant for you, as well as we also have the card emotional release. So yes, this is going to be a definite like healing time for my pile twos. Mercury retrograde is. This is going to be exactly what you need, where it's just like, it takes you into this state where it's like, it's okay for you to give up. That's what I'm getting here. It's okay for you to give up. You do not have to keep fighting. You shouldn't have to. It's okay for you to give up. Maybe before you felt like, I can't give up. I have to keep fighting. I have to keep trying at this. I can't walk away from this person, this relationship, this job, this whatever, this thing. I can't walk away from this. Like, it's okay for you to give up. The next card that we have here is, look at this. Oh my God, rainbow blessings. Oh my God. Yeah, it's okay. It's definitely okay. You know, the interesting thing about the rainbow, the story behind the rainbow in the Christian Bible and the Christian faith, is that a rainbow is God's promise to the world to never flood the earth again, because he destroyed the earth the first time with water, with a great flood. And he created a rainbow after that to symbolize his promise to mankind and to the earth to never do that again. And so that's what I'm saying with this rainbow blessings card, is like, you've been through so much, and this is a promise coming from spirit, coming from the universe, saying that you will never have to go through this again. This is not something, like I said, you're not going to have to keep fighting for this. And then it says blessings, just like Queen of Pentacles, she's all about abundance. So this is for sure you walking away and closing the door on something. This is like that final, like, no, I have to walk away from this. And there's going to be a lot of things that start to come because you're walking away from this. A lot of things are going to be freed up. A lot of blessings for you are going to be freed up because you're no longer in this environment where it's like you have to fight for certain things. You're no longer around this individual or this situation that is draining to you. You've realized that it's okay for you to give up. When you decided to give up, that is when all your blessings got released. That is when all these blockages got released. So that's what's going to end up happening for you guys in Mercury retrograde. You're probably going to come to the conclusion that it's like, you know what? I need to just be done with this. And when you do finally decide that, there's going to be a lot of abundance that just flows right to you because you're finally freeing up that blockage that was in your life, dealing with the particular situation, okay? The next card that we have here is... and this is for your relationship card for Mercury retrograde. We have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Yes, there's a lot of healing happening because you're separating or leaving from something that has felt difficult or painful or unnecessary. This is relationships for some of you. So forgiving and learning, we also have emotional release and Chiron healing. So yeah, this does go. This does fit, right? And the next two cards that we have here are for your health for Mercury retrograde. So let's check them out. And we have, look at this. Detoxification. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for cleaning up my body, mind, and life so that I may happily and healthfully live free of chemicals. This is living free of something that was toxic to you as well. This was like I said, this was like parasitic vampire sort of energy. Something was like toxic. It was almost like cancer or poison to your system. You're getting away from that. You're detoxing from that. Like I said, this blockage is going to be freed up, and this is when all those blessings are going to start flowing to you. And then we have here also caffeine free, and it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, I ask that you cut my cords of attachment to caffeine so that I may honor my body's natural energy rhythms without chemicals. Again, another card talking about releasing those chemicals, cutting the cords of attachment to caffeine. I'm also getting cutting the cords of attachment to whatever this very draining situation was. You're cutting the cords to that. And then the final card that we have here is, look at this, beautiful, the eternal child. So this sounds like to me like looking, searching for something, because a kid knows if and when they resonate with something and they're not afraid to go after it. Like a kid in a store will run directly up to a toy or something they see that looks interesting, and anything that they're not interested in, it's like they never saw it to begin with. So for me, this is searching, a restless search. You may feel restless during Mercury retrograde as well, because like I said, your spirit is ready to find that thing that's meant for you with this Queen of Pentacles here, that person, job, relationship, passion, lifestyle, habit, health, dream, whatever it may be, that you don't have to fight for, because your spirit knows like this is not meant for us. This is a parasite. This is not meant for us. This is draining for us. And your soul is trying to lead you away from this thing. That the way you can finally find what is meant for you, and it will not be draining for you. Instead, it's going to be abundant. It's going to be healing, and it's going to be something that is like a blessing. A beautiful blessing from the universe and from spirit itself. So this is amazing, pile 2. So this is all that I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I pray this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength. I want to take this time to thank your beautiful guides, my beautiful guides, our higher self, and amazing spirit itself for this message today. Hopefully you all come back to visit me sometime soon. But until next time, you guys stay safe, stay blessed. Please keep conquering the world, and I'll be back next time, all right? Bye, guys. All right, in pile number 3, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards here first before getting to your oracle cards. So let's just jump straight in to see what Mercury retrograde has in store for you, okay? So the very first card that we have here is the Ace of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Wands, and the Ten of Wands in reverse. Interesting. All right, so we have the Ace of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Wands, and the Ten of Wands in reverse. Okay, so there seems to be a lot of back and forth about something, pile 3. That's what I'm getting here. You really want to do something, but you don't want to make the move, or you make the move, but maybe you don't think it through, or maybe you, make the move and you end up regretting it, or, you're thinking about maybe I shouldn't have done this. You're sort of second guessing yourself. Know what you are fighting for and what you want. Make sure it is worth it. Ace of Wands in reverse here is telling me the passion is gone, or the connection isn't there anymore. Maybe it was at one point, but it's not anymore. And then we have the Knight of Wands directly after the Ace in reverse here. So this is someone pushing forward even though they don't know why, or the passion is gone, or the connection isn't there. So imagine the Knight of Wands, right? This is someone that's crazy. Look at him. His horse is up in the air. He's charging forward. This is someone that's crazy. He's charging 100 miles per hour, head first into battle. Now, someone that's charging into war, they have to know why they are fighting, right? That's a good 90% of the job, is feeling connected to that cause or that passion or that fight. Feeling as though my life is worth this, whatever it is the knight is fighting for. Now, if he doesn't feel passionate about his fight, will he be a good knight? Will he still be just as courageous and fearless and determined? Probably not. So that's why I'm saying, and that was the first thing that I heard, was make sure it is worth it, because it seems like I'm only here fighting in this war because I signed up to be in this army, but I'm just here for the benefits, or I'm just here because I didn't have anything else to do, or I didn't know what to do. You need to make sure that you are in alignment with your intentions and what you do every single day. This could be you. This could be somebody in your life that you're dealing with that's in and out, back and forth a lot. So Mercury retrograde is coming to slow you down, to make you see that some things aren't worth it. 10 of Wands in reverse. This is not worth it. That's exactly what someone who's not truly passionate about what they are doing will do when it comes time for them to sacrifice, or when it comes time for them to put their money where their mouth is. When it comes time for that knight to risk his life and his limbs, when that trumpet sounds telling him to charge, he might turn around and go the other direction, because when shit gets real is when a person's true intentions are shown. So this is someone, or your words not matching your actions, or actions not matching someone else's word. This could totally be someone, like I said, that you are dealing with, because that was one of the first things that I got here, was you keep going back and forth about something. Mercury retrograde is going to put an end to the erratic, mercurial, changeable sort of vibe that's here. Mercury retrograde is coming to show you people's true colors, including your own true colors. So if you or someone in your life is back and forth about what they want, this Mercury retrograde is going to put an end to that by requiring a commitment to something. 10 of Wands is someone dropping the weight, because no one is going to struggle or fight or endure something they don't even want. You have to at least want something to be willing to endure the struggle that it takes to obtain it. LeBron James does not step out on that court without wanting that win, or to be the best in the game. Tina Turner didn't spend her life training and hustling and singing on stage, working for something that she kind of wanted. This is what separates those that say from those that do. And you are going to be able to clearly see the true colors of someone or a situation, or even yourself, this Mercury retrograde. So like I said, this Mercury retrograde is coming through to bring a commitment. There's going to be a prerequisite. There's going to be like a line drawn in the sand, where it's like, okay, if you go one step further, you're going to have to commit. You're going to have to get serious, or someone in your life is, or this situation is. And that's when you're going to really be able to see what people truly do and don't want, or what you truly do and don't want. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards here. Okay, the very first two cards that we have here is Ascension. Look at that. And Inner Journey. Okay, so these two cards here are some shamanic healing oracle cards. So if you're dealing with or working on healing for this Mercury retrograde, these two energies would be really great to tap into. But what I'm basically getting here with Inner Journey and Ascension is it's getting real. This journey is requiring you to level up, and either you will or you won't do it. Or maybe you are requiring someone in your own life to level up, because you know what you want, and maybe they think they do, but they need to know what they want, not think it. So Ascension is much like the 10 of Wands. It's an uphill climb that's going to require a lot of you or someone else. And like I said, that Ascension, there's that line in the sand where it's like, okay, if you want to go a step further, shit's about to get real. We're about to start walking uphill. This is not going to be something, this is not going to be a facade or an image or something that you can keep up with, something that you can keep lying about for much longer, because now the going's about to get tough. And like I said, that's when people's true colors come out. So this is a journey, but there's an ascension that's coming. That ascension is what's going to show you the truth about someone or something, or yourself even possibly. Okay, so the next two cards that we have here is, look at that. 12th house escape. Wow. And Uranus genius. Okay. All right. So astrologically, check out where Uranus is in your chart right now. He's in the sign of Taurus, but also check out your 12th house as well. I can't speak on what's going on in your 12th house because it's a lot more personal, and Uranus may be transiting through any house right now. And 12th house, escape. So the really interesting thing about this is Uranus is the rebel planet. He's the individual that wants to do his own thing. Then we have 12th house, escape. So do you want to do it or do you want to run from it? This is either you or someone in your life where a situation that seems fickle, maybe a little volatile, maybe capricious, unpredictable. Uranus is extremely unpredictable. If we're talking about something that you just cannot contain, you just don't know what their next move is going to be, we're talking about Uranus. Anytime we're talking about something that's unpredictable in astrology, Uranus fits that build very well. He is that very well. So what I'm getting here is, like I was saying, you seeing the true colors of someone, because Uranus is, I call him the individual. I call him the individual because he dances to the beat of his own drum. He's definitely true to his own nature. There is nothing fake about Uranus. And 12th house, escape. The 12th house is ruled by the sign Pisces and the planet Neptune, as well as the planet Jupiter. Jupiter and Neptune co-rule Pisces and the 12th house. But when we deal with 12th house, we're dealing with hidden things, we're dealing with escapism, we're dealing with wanting to sort of get away from the mundane, wanting to get away from the truth. Maybe we are trying to escape through coping mechanisms, something like that. Maybe we're trying to run from something because it's getting really serious. So like I was saying, there's going to come this like split where it's like, okay, I'm going to see your true colors, and either it's going to be fight or flight. Either you're going to try to run away from this situation, or you're going to buckle down and you're going to handle it with me. Or either I'm going to try to run from the situation, try to escape, or, I'm going to see my true colors in this situation for sure, hands down. Okay, the next two cards that we have here is love, compassion, beautiful, and lightning, power. This is interesting. It's interesting. Okay. You see how even the cards here are going back and forth? Either it's a storm or it's calm. Either it's willpower or it's empathy. Either it's you or it's me. Power or compassion. And there is a lot of power and compassion. But this is not the type of power that is being depicted in this card. You see that? That's chaos. That is destruction. So yeah, it's like it's like something's very compassionate, warm, gentle, loving, or it's power, destruction, me claiming what I want, me taking what I want, me dominating, me causing chaos, causing a storm. It's very, even the cards here are going back and forth, back and forth. Moving on, these are your relationship cards here for Mercury retrograde. We have here, look at that. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Okay. And then look at this. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. The time has come to clear your energy. Release your ex. And stay optimistic about your love life. Okay. For some of you, this is your relationship or ex that's making you go back and forth, or they are the ones that is going back and forth. I'm honestly seasick from this reading because even the cards are saying, walk away, walk away. They're a dead end. And then we have, but stay optimistic. Like, it's like, what? What exactly? There's some sort of push-pull. I'm leaving and I want you to chase me, but I really do want to leave, but I also want you to chase me. There's like a weird thing even in your relationship dynamic here. Yeah, this is interesting. So it's like, again, there's a little bit of back and forth. But for sure, it says, release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy and stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So this is what could be sort of the dynamic that is happening within your relationships, for your romantic relationship for Mercury retrograde. Okay. And these next two cards here is going to be reflective of your health for Mercury retrograde. So let's see what we've got going on. And it says, again, look at that. Stay positive. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me be optimistic and take the appropriate action steps that support my health. Wow. Just like it says here, stay optimistic, stay positive. Okay. And then we have fresh air. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me breathe easier in all ways. Okay. And that's funny. So we have stay optimistic, stay positive, release your ex, and fresh air. Do you guys see that? So you need to release something, clear your energy so you can get that fresh air, that fresh energy into your system, into your environment, into your being. And then stay optimistic, stay positive, keep the faith about whatever it is that's going on. But when it comes to your health and your relationships, they seem sort of tied into each other. So maybe your relationships is sort of affecting your energy levels, your health, your thinking. Maybe you're thinking a little bit more negatively because your relationship may be like up and down. It may fluctuate a lot. So there's like a lot of turbulence here. And I see Mercury retrograde really trying to, like I said, draw a line in the sand where it's like, figure out where you stand. Either this is you or this is somebody in your life you're dealing with, or a certain situation. This could be money. This could be work. This could be a project. This could be a lifestyle, a habit, a routine, your health. Okay. So this is like sort of figure out what it is that you want to do. You know, if for instance, if it's like, yeah, I want to get my health together. Okay, well, it's time to get serious, you know. Or if it's like, you know, I want to be happy in my relationships. Okay, well, it's time to get serious. Maybe we need to have a conversation. Maybe we need to talk about some things, figure some things out. Maybe somebody needs to leave, and you know, whatever it is that you decide to do, it's more so about really sticking with it. That the way you can move forward, that the way you can drop this pressure, this weight, this energy. Like it says here, clear your energy and fresh air. Okay, so whatever it is, this is weighing down on you, and Mercury retrograde is trying to relieve you of whatever this pressure, this weight is. And the very last card that we have, look at this, you guys. The Seed. Wow, I'm getting so much with this card right now. The one thing that keeps coming up is your actions. They're a ripple. They're a ripple. Just like this seed, it's being planted, and it's almost like a ripple effect is what I'm saying here. So your thoughts are momentum, pile 3. What you think and do, this back and forth, that dance has closed off a lot of energy because the energy doesn't even know what to do. It doesn't know if you want this or not. The universe is waiting for you to commit to one side or another, but not both. The fence is not an option anymore. So what I'm getting here is Mercury retrograde is coming to help you choose. What seed do you want to plant? Because once we've planted this seed, we have to stay committed to it. We have to water it every day. We have to give it sunlight. We have to give it energy, spend time with it. If we do not commit to this seed we've planted, it will never grow. It will always remain a seed. So your life isn't able to expand or progress or to ascend. Ascension is here. I forgot about this. It says ascension. You won't even be able to ascend until you decide what to do with a particular person, situation, or phase in your life. But no more 1 foot in and 1 foot out, because the door is closing on this, and you have to decide what side you want to be on when that door closes. I don't think there's a right or a wrong answer here. I think you're the one with the answer of what it is that you need to do in terms of how this situation or this person makes you feel. Obviously, if it makes you feel drained, negative, or low vibrational, maybe it's not the best situation, right? But if it is something that you feel happy in sometimes, and that might be the thing too, where it's like, sometimes I'm happy when this situation or when this person is good, it's really good. And when it's bad, it's really bad. And so that may be something that you're struggling with, is like, you know, but this situation could turn around. Well, Mercury retrograde is saying this door is closing. The time is coming to a close with this situation. And you need to decide if you're going to stick with this or find something else, you know? So that's what I'm getting here with my pile 3s is, yeah, definitely some closure coming, which is beautiful. You know, we all need closure. That way you can really free up that energy. Okay, so this is all that I'm seeing, pile 3. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I pray that this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength. I want to take this time out to thank your beautiful guides, my beautiful guides, our higher self, amazing spirit itself, for this message today. Hopefully you all come back to visit me sometime soon, but until next time, you guys, please stay safe, stay blessed, keep conquering the world, have an amazing, beautiful Mercury retrograde, and I'll be back next time, all right? Bye, guys. All right, and pile number 4, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards first before getting to your oracle cards here. So let's just jump straight in to see what Mercury retrograde has in store for you, okay? The very first tarot card that we have here is the 10 of Swords, Justice in reverse, and the 2 of Wands, also in reverse. Okay, so the first thing that I'm getting, Mercury retrograde for my pile 4s is going to heavily revolve around you or someone you know righting some sort of wrong or finding closure with something that was very problematic. With this 10 of Swords here, This seems like something that may have been dragged out for a while, because in this card, even though there's 10 swords in him, he doesn't die instantly. It's not quick. It's actually a bit of a slow death. And with this Justice card in reverse here, I'm seeing this finally get handled one way or another. This could as well be a legal issue coming to some sort of a close. Whatever this is, it's been a thorn in your side or in your life, and it's been weighing on you mentally. There's been a lot of stress, worry, and anxiety behind this issue, possibly. Maybe even depression for a few of you. This may be you or someone in your life finally asking for help, seeking guidance from a therapist or a psychiatrist, a medical professional. Maybe this is a pastor or a priest or a family member that you reach out to help you face or deal with something that's been affecting you for a really long time. You may be reluctant with this Justice here in reverse and this Two of Wands in reverse. It looks like you don't want to reach out, but you sort of feel like, how could things get any worse by me reaching out or by telling someone what's been going on? There's a wall that you run into, or you just get so tired of dealing with this. And that's what makes you push past your reluctance to eventually reach out and ask for help, because you are finally going to be seeing or handling things differently with this Two of Wands in reverse here. This is a willingness to see things from a different point of view, because you realize that me handling things my way isn't getting anywhere with this Ten of Swords and this Justice in reverse. So you're looking to make sense of something, seeking answers, guidance, or justice for something that needs to be dealt with. But I see a lot of help on your side because of this Ten of Swords here. That's the crazy thing. Like I said, this isn't an instant death. There's still time to change things. This isn't like the Death card. The Death card in tarot says there is nothing you can do about this change or transformation or ending. But the Ten of Swords, he's still alive, but just barely. Mercury retrograde is sort of like the Ten of Swords, because I've always seen this card as time slowing down, because in the traditional Rider-Waite, this card, the Ten of Swords, is depicted as a man with 10 swords stuck in him, and he is bleeding out. And the sky above him is fading into darkness. It's fading into black. The fading sky is to say that there is still a chance. It will take a complete miracle, but there is a fighting chance here for conditions or the situation to change. If whatever you've been struggling with hasn't changed, this card is saying, if this card is coming to say, don't give up, because there's still a chance here. If you were meant to leave this situation alone, the Death card would have been more likely, more than likely appeared. So just like how time is slowing down in the Ten of Swords, as he's waiting for death to take him, Mercury retrograde is also slowing down time in your life as he comes to almost a halt in the sky. So this is your moment to stop and reverse whatever has been happening or whatever has been done. Justice in reverse here. This is closure for you. No more hanging in the balance. And you are going to be able to see things differently, to make different plans or reverse something that has been worked on or planned on with this Two of Wands in reverse here. So whatever has been sort of whatever you've been looking at, the Two of Wands, I'm seeing this as like you like looking at something. It's like you're like observing. You're looking at something, you're taking your time, and you're sort of trying to plan, or you're sort of trying to anticipate, calculate how to deal with this. Because the Two of Wands, we have premeditated planning here. Basically, this is somebody that's premeditating something. This is somebody that's looking into something before actually making a move in the Three of Wands. So to see this in reverse, this is like, you know what? I'm seeing things a lot differently. Or now the way that I'm seeing things is much different from how I was seeing them before. Now I'm starting to realize what it is that maybe I've done to cause this sort of situation. Or maybe I haven't helped myself enough to relieve myself of this situation. Justice in reverse. Some of my pile fours, you guys may even feel like you've had a hand in your own justice not being met, or in this sort of situation. You may be blaming yourself. So this is really all about you relieving yourself of this blame. You relieving yourself of this stress, and finding out that, like, you know, there's another way to deal with this. But you blaming yourself, you finding fault in yourself is not how to fix it. Okay, don't find fault in yourself. You're already dealing with enough with this Ten of Swords here. You're already really feeling beat up behind whatever this is. So don't allow your own mind to tell you, like, this just can't possibly get any better. Whatever situation you're in that seems dire and it seems like it's not going to change, it seems like this is just set, this is just always going to be miserable, this is always going to be terrible. No, I'm telling you, there is a miracle that is going to come in. There is something that is going to come in, And it's going to make you decide to fix this situation, to undo this situation. That miracle that comes in, it's almost like maybe a epiphany or a realization of like, you know what? I can fix this. I can do this. Something's going to really come in to give you that sort of push or something, okay? So let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards here to see what else it is that we're seeing for your Mercury retrograde. All right, and the very first two cards that we have here is, look at that, Ancient Wisdom. And look at that, you guys, self-love. Yeah, like I was just saying, don't blame yourself. Do not blame yourself. With ancient wisdom and self-love, ancient wisdom to me sounds like a guardian of yours, a spirit guardian, an angel, ancestor, protector that comes in to impart some wisdom onto you. Like I said, you're going to be seeing things differently with this Two of Wands in reverse here. And self-love sounds like you're going to have to be the one to fix things or to make things right. Like I said, there's a certain chance in this Ten of Swords, and you have to help yourself by deciding to reach out or do what you can do to reverse what has been done, you know? So the Ten of Swords, as he's laying there sort of dying, it's like, you know, he needs to reach out, he needs to scream, he needs to ask for help, he needs to ask to see if anyone's around that can possibly help him, you know, figure out the situation or can save him or heal his wounds or help him do something, right? Because like I said, he's fading. So if this situation was completely done, I do not believe this Ten of Swords would be here. I just don't believe that. So there is something here where I'm saying like there's still a chance to make this right. And self-love is saying you need to forgive yourself, either forgive yourself or love yourself enough to realize like you blaming yourself is not going to help anything. It's only going to add even more and more and more and more swords onto you. You already have 10 swords in you. You're already very weighed down by your own mind and thoughts. Swords in tarot represents the mind, the intellect, how we communicate. So you have already been sort of beat up verbally or mentally, and either you've done this or maybe someone else in your life has done this. So self-love is going to have to come in and impart some ancient wisdom onto you to show you how to get out of this situation, to show you a solution, to show you not like, no, this is possible. You are worth saving. Or the situation is worth saving. You are worth saving. So you have to love yourself enough to get up and fight or to scream and ask for help to do something, you know? So that's what I'm seeing here with this Mercury retrograde is something coming in and being like, no, like you're definitely worth fighting for. The next two cards that we have here is 10th house, the world, and 4th house, roots. Interesting. Okay. With 10th house, the world, and 4th house, roots, these are opposing houses. One is ruled by Cancer, the 4th house here, and the other is ruled by Capricorn, the 10th house. So the 4th house is ruled by Cancer, and the moon, the 10th house, is ruled by Capricorn and Saturn. So your north and south nodes may be situated in Capricorn and Cancer. They may be sort of playing a role here with this Mercury retrograde. You may be a Capricorn or a Cancer or have a lot going on in those signs or houses. Check your chart out. But this is a pull between public life and home life. So are you trying to hold on to a certain image? Is this why you haven't asked for help? Is it because you don't want people to know what's going on behind closed doors? You know, so you'd rather sort of suffer silently. That's what I'm sort of getting with these two houses, because it's like whatever is happening publicly is a lot different from what's happening privately, or whatever is happening privately is a lot different from what people are saying publicly. So what is it that you are hiding or silently suffering behind? You know, you need to have enough self-love to say, no, I need help, because this 10th house, the world coming up, is saying that the world cares. Somebody in your life, somebody in your world cares and will show up at the drop of a dime to help you, to pull these swords out of you, to bandage you up, and to show you that you are worth saving. Basically, that's what the message I keep getting here is like, you are worth saving, you're worth fighting for. The next card that we have here is beautiful Lotus Flower, Unfoldment. So the thing that I'm getting with this Unfoldment card here is, yeah, Mercury retrograde is coming to unfold or undo or reveal this issue. So much so to the point that you won't be able to put this issue off any longer, but you're going to have to deal with it. You may have to deal with it privately, or you may have to deal with it publicly. That's what's going to push many of you to decide, I need to reach out and ask for help. So maybe publicly, Publicly, could mean something like maybe you ask a coworker or you ask someone outside of your home, outside of your family, outside of your inner circle. Maybe you reach out. Maybe this is therapy. Maybe this is going to a therapist, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, reaching out to a doctor, reaching out for some professional help, getting a Reiki session done, getting some, I don't know. It could be really honestly anything, but I see you sort of stepping out of your comfort zone and asking for help, because the fourth house roots, the fourth house really rules what feels comfortable to us. Like I said, this is ruled by Cancer and the moon. The moon and Cancer, both of these energies are all about feeling comfortable, because these energies cannot feel comfortable if they don't feel safe. So I see you sort of stepping out of your safety zone, your comfort zone, and saying like, you know what, I need to reach out and ask someone else for help. So this could even be getting like maybe legal help, something like that, legal counsel. This is getting counsel, advice from something else. It says ancient wisdom here. Yeah, so this is getting counsel or advice from something or someone else. And then this is your relationship card, and it says here, look at that, free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Yeah, like I was saying, you're the one that has to decide to fix this by reaching out or buckling down and doing what you have to do. As well as for your relationship, this Mercury retrograde, this is you reclaiming you. No matter what is happening in your relationship, I see you sort of trying to like reclaim control over your life. This is you, like I said, Mercury retrograde is going to offer you a chance to either reach out and scream for help, or this is going to be you deciding, you know what, I'm going to take these swords out of myself, and I'm going to get up and I'm going to go walk to an emergency room and get myself bandaged up and get myself together. But yeah, as far as your relationship, your romantic life goes, it says free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So maybe your relationship has really been playing a huge factor, a huge role in your life, on your health, on your energy, something like that. And maybe you've been focusing a lot on your relationships. Maybe you've been giving up a lot of your personal power to your relationships, something like that. Okay, and then these are the two health cards here for Mercury retrograde, and we have, look at that, beautiful. It says prayer works. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for hearing and answering my prayer of, add the details of your prayer. Beautiful. Beautiful. So just ask the universe, ask God, ask your archangels, ask Archangel Raphael, ask any ascended masters, ask another being for help. That's what I'm getting with this. Ask your spiritual guardians, your spiritual team of helpers for help, and ask the people in your life for help as well. This says prayer works. When we pray, what are we doing? We are reaching out to a higher power to ask for assistance or help or guidance or counsel. Yes, this also applies to your spiritual life, as well as this applies to your public life, to your physical life, to the relationships and the people in your life as well. So reach out to your spiritual guardians, as well as reach out to the people in your life that love you as well. And then we have here stretch. So maybe some yoga, something like that, sort of releasing any sort of energy in those energy centers, your chakras. It says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for staying by my side and motivating me to take excellent care of myself in all ways. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. So definitely take care of yourself. Self-love. Self-love. Take those swords out. Self-love. Be your own justice here. It's what I'm getting again. And then we have here, the final card is the sword. Do you guys see that? Do you guys see that? The sword? It looks a lot like justice, doesn't it? Yeah, there's going to be some form of closure this Mercury retrograde for my pile fours if you take the necessary steps. Tarot and energy and life in general is very dependent upon our actions and choices. So if we are just praying without putting any action, or working magic and spells and rituals, setting intentions, but without the work, then those words are lifeless. Those words are lifeless. We have to give life to our prayers by following them with some sort of action. Wow, didn't even notice that. We have prayer works and stretch. Stretching is more of an action than actually praying. But that was just a little example there. I'm not actually getting that from these cards, but for sure, we definitely do have to put some sort of action behind our words and behind our prayers. It even says in the Christian Bible that prayer without works is dead, right? Words are lifeless without us intervening. So this Mercury retrograde is all about you taking control, pile 4, which is amazing. Realizing your own power and that you are the one in control of your own destiny. You just have to know that. That's all it is. You just have to realize that you are able to get up and save yourself. Like I said with this 10 of Swords, it's not an absolute ending. He still has time. He still has a chance. You still have time. You still have a chance. Know that. wield your sword and take control over you, your narrative, your reality, and your own life, okay? So this is all that I'm seeing, pile 4, for your Mercury retrograde. But thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I pray this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and of course, strength. I want to take this time out to thank your beautiful guides, my beautiful guides, our higher self, amazing spirit itself, for these messages today. Hopefully you all come back to visit me sometime soon. But until next time, you guys stay safe, stay blessed. Please keep conquering the world. Have a beautiful Mercury retrograde. And I'll be back next time, all right? Bye, guys. All right, and pile number 5, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off with your tarot cards first before getting to your oracle cards. So let's just jump straight in to see what Mercury retrograde has in store for you, okay? The very first tarot card that we have here is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Magician, and the Hierophant, also in reverse. This is going to be a really important retrograde experience for you, since every tarot card here is a trump card. Okay, so how do I say this? So my pile 5s, you guys aren't really going to like Mercury retrograde too much. I don't know if it's like technical issues or just inconveniences that's going to annoy you, but you may feel like whatever you do during retrograde season, like it's not working. You may feel like if this was any other time of the year and I did this or posted that or created this or tried my hand at that, it would work. This almost feels like you doing something you've done before, or you know what you're doing. It feels like there's some sort of familiarity here where it's like, I've done this before and it always works. And this is sort of like you trying to push forwards like usual, and this Mercury retrograde is really working on my pile 5s. So you're just not going to be able to do the things that you normally can do or would do. There's a lot of potential here though with this Magician card. So this is saying to find or create a different solution or way. This retrograde is trying to almost force you out of a certain routine or something that you've gotten used to, like a habit, because during a retrograde period, this is a planet moving backwards, or at least it looks like that from here on Earth. And here we have the wheel in reverse appearing to also move backwards. So this is straightforward, to the point with Mercury, saying you've glazed over something that needs to be reassessed or analyzed or looked over again. Because if you allow this retrograde season to slow you down, you're going to be able to see everything that you need to fix. There's something you need to fix with this Magician card here. And the Magician is all about willpower. He doesn't ask anyone else to assist him or help him because he knows how capable he is. All he needs is his tools and his will, and he knows he can create anything, because whatever you may have done recently, you weren't aware while you were doing it. That's what I'm seeing here. That's what this Hierophant is saying to me, is you weren't aware. It wasn't that you didn't know, but you didn't check the fine print or read through everything or triple check everything. This is something that got glazed over because it seemed routine, or you weren't anticipating what this could turn into. So you just sort of did something without actually realizing it. It's really difficult to explain. It's like if someone is running late, so they grab the wrong set of keys or they sign the wrong document or something. Like, yes, you were cognizant of the fact that I need my keys, so I'm grabbing a set of keys, but you didn't check to make sure that they were your keys. Just an example. But it seems like you were feeling pressured or rushed, or there was some sort of high demands dealing with someone or something, and because of that, you may have done something without really realizing it. And Mercury retrograde is saying that we need to look over this before going any further. This could be you listening to someone. Maybe you took someone's advice without taking your own into consideration at some point. And now things have really progressed, and it's like, wait, I didn't make sure I actually wanted this. I didn't make sure that I actually felt like this, or that I actually had this opinion. Yeah, pile 5, you got a lot of responsibilities or something that's keeping you from being present and in the moment. So sometimes things are slipping past you, but this is something the universe is saying, no, you can't allow this to slip past, because it's going to keep developing and it's going to really become problematic or a real serious headache. And so you might have a lot of annoyances trying to stop you this Mercury retrograde. Could be car troubles, could be something going on with your home, your technology may seem wacky, your phone, your emails. These things are happening because you are being encouraged to slow down. When you slow down, that's when it's going to come to you. That's when you're going to be like, wait, you know what? I just thought about something that happened a month ago or a couple weeks ago, or maybe a few months ago that I need to really look over and check. Or maybe I forgot this and I need to go triple check that. Something like that, where it's like the second you stop, it's going to come to you. That's the thing that I'm getting here. is once you stop is when it's going to come. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out you guys' oracle cards here, see what else it is that we have going on. And the very first 3 cards that we have here is honoring your energy, struggle, yeah, and grounding. Okay, yeah, I already got it. So struggle. We already saw that this isn't going to be a fun Mercury retrograde for you. Like, you're going to be irritated with the small things because they'll be inconveniencing you. But it's for a major purpose that you're going to look back on and be so thankful for. These struggles, they're going to seem really annoying at the time. But once you stop and like realize like, oh wait, you know what? I need to check something. You're going to be so thankful that something got in your way or something intervened and wouldn't let you continue on. I don't know why my candle just did that, but it just went wacko for a second. But yeah, so yeah, that's definitely what I'm getting with the struggle here. And then grounding, like I said, when you stop, you're going to realize or think, oh my God, I need to check on this. And I even said earlier that you seemed like you were being rushed or under some sort of pressure and didn't really realize what you were doing because you were not in the moment. Grounding is all about becoming present and connected to the moment, not thinking about what did happen or what's going to happen, but stilling yourself in what is happening. And then we have honoring your energy here. Yeah, this is for you. This Mercury retrograde. This Mercury retrograde is all about you honoring your own energy and realizing that, you know what, I'm not in the moment, I'm not present, I'm not aware. I need to make sure that I am more present. That the way I'm not making sort of mistakes, or that the way I'm not sort of causing headaches later on down the road for myself. So this is really all about you honoring your own energy and realizing that being in the moment, being present, being still sometimes really is helpful. My pile 5s, you guys sort of remind me of like time is money, time, like you're constantly busy, you're constantly going, you're constantly doing things, or your mind is like that. Your mind is constantly racing. Your mind is constantly in the past or in the future, but never in the moment. And so it's like, you know, whatever it is, it's like this go, it has to stop. It has to slow down because you've missed something for sure. And this is all about you. This is all about you fixing it, this Magician here. Okay, and then the next 2 cards that we have here is, look at that, Pluto transformation and Black Moon Lilith mystery. Wow. Okay, so with Black Moon Lilith mystery, let's just start with her. Like I said, someone may have convinced you to do something, pile 5, because you weren't thinking and because you were not present and in the moment. You may be easily persuaded to do things that you don't truly want to do or wouldn't normally do in your right mind, but because you're stretched so thin with your time, your routine, or your schedule, mentally you are in a million places at once. So it's hard for you to catch these little things. But this is about being aware of what is happening beneath the surface. When we see Black Moon Lilith, because she is a seductress, and seduction is like us being under a spell, right? The pressure or stress you may be feeling is your own personal Black Moon Lilith. The pressure or stress that you are under is your very own seductress. It causes you to act or do things without thinking, like how seduction tempts us to do certain things because we want to, because we desire it. Whatever it is that has you under all this pressure or under all this stress or constantly going 80 miles an hour, that is your Black Moon Lilith. And that is what is almost seducing you into this other state of mind where you don't even see all the other things happening around you and in your life. Okay, and then we have here Pluto transformation. Sounds a lot like the Magician card here, where you can transform the situation because you are far from powerless in this situation. You just need to stop and become aware of someone or something's power over you because you don't see it. Kind of like in the Hierophant card here in reverse. They think that they're worshiping God, being under this Hierophant's mentorship, but they're almost worshiping this Hierophant, this Pope figure. They just don't know it because they feel like they need this Pope figure in this card. They feel like they need him to tell them what to do, when in reality they don't. When in reality they have their own power. Pluto also rules power, death, transformation. So they have their own power, just like the Magician is very aware of his own willpower. The Magician knows exactly what he's capable of. And if he isn't capable, then he knows how to still himself. He knows how to become present enough to say, you know what, I have everything it is that I need here. I have my wand, my chalice, my pinnacle, my sword. I have everything that I need here to make whatever happen that I need to happen, to make whatever reality come to fruition that I want to make a reality. He understands that he has everything he needs. He has the wand, which represents his energy. He has the pinnacle, which represents something material. He has his chalice, which represents his emotions, and he has his sword, which represents his mind. He has all of these different elements that are telling him, you are capable. You just have to know how to work us. You just have to know how to use us. So you are very capable of being more aware of these things. You just need to know how to really manage your time, your energy, your stress levels, your routine, your schedule. You just really need to know how to manage certain things. That the way certain things aren't seducing you or tempting you or putting you under this certain spell where you are completely blind to other things. When we're under a spell, we are under the power of that spell, right? We're under the power of this other thing. You are under the power of something else. And like I said, Pluto also rules power. Okay, so ground yourself, honor your own energy. All right, the next two cards that we have here is, look at this, wolf instinct and island solitude. So wolf instinct, your instincts are going to kick in when you stop and take some time to think or review or reflect. Like I was saying, you need some time alone. You need some solitude. That's when your instincts are going to kick in. That's when your instincts are going to kick in, and they're going to start giving you all these data points that you may have been missing. And that's when they're going to let you know, hey, something's been sort of running your own ship here. Something's been in your own driver's seat here because you've been sort of unaware. The next card that we have here is, this is dealing with your relationships for Mercury retrograde, and we have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Okay, so this may require you to have a really honest talk with someone in your life this retrograde season. This is also a way to stop and reflect by communicating as well. And then these next three cards here are dealing with your health for this Mercury retrograde season. So let's see what we have. The very first one that we have is forgiveness heals. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, I am willing to forgive myself and others in exchange for what I really want, which is peace and health. Beautiful. So forgiveness. These health cards is really like all about, if you want to be operating at your best this Mercury season, this Mercury retrograde season, then these health cards will really kind of help put you on track with that, basically. So forgiveness may be a really big, and forgiveness heals is kind of making me feel like you are going to come to some sort of revelation. There may be somebody that's kind of taking advantage of you with this Black Moon Lilith here, and forgiveness heals. There may be someone sort of taking advantage of the fact that they know that you're too stressed out, or they know that you're too busy. They know you're too busy and too stressed out to even see what they're working, to see how they're influencing you or manipulating you or sort of painting a picture for you. You may be so stressed out you don't even, or you may be not stressed out, but you may be so like busy with other things going on that you just kind of allow this person that you think you can trust to sort of direct certain things, you know? So like maybe this person is directing your schedule, in charge of your schedule, and is saying, well, you don't have time for this, this, and this. And because you're so busy, they know that you're just going to listen to them because you don't have time to really stop and check and look over the schedule. There's something that you don't have the time or the energy to do that someone else may be handling for you, or another situation may be handling for you. That's what you really need to check out. Because for this forgiveness heals card to be here, this is telling me that like, yeah, you're going to more than likely come to some sort of realization. If you take this solitude, this Mercury retrograde season, you're going to realize like, wow, someone's been really using my stress to their advantage. They've been using my busy, hectic schedule to their advantage because they can go a little more undetected than usual because I am so wrapped up in everything else. Yeah. The next two cards that we have is increased energy. And it says here, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for filling me with the unlimited energy of divine love and light. Beautiful. So increased energy. Yeah, this is something that it might seem like you don't have a lot of time for, as well as like your energy may also be depleted. So yeah, this is an increase in energy. Look for ways to increase your energy. More water, maybe changing up your eating habits, getting more rest. Like I said, there's something going on with your schedule, your routine, your day-to-day that is really sort of draining you and you're not aware of it. And that is how this person or the situation is able to just come in and sort of influence you And then we have, hydration. Okay, so make sure you're getting some more water in your system, you guys. Pile 5 says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for motivating and guiding me to drink more water so that my health, energy, and appetite stay at optimal levels throughout each day. Yeah, there's something up with your energy levels. And that's also what this person is using to their advantage, this person or the situation. And the final card that we have here is, I'm loving this, the King. So this is someone, this is you, taking control for sure. That's what a king does, right? He takes control, he rules. So, but if a king is so busy that his advisors are the one making these decisions, then they're the ones that's actually running his country or his home or his community. They're the ones that is actually in control or that is actually in power, not him. He might just be the face. You know what I mean? So it's like, if he is allowing other people to take the lead, then he's not necessarily the king. He might be wearing the crown, but he's not actually making any sort of real decisions here. There's someone else in control, pile 5. Someone or something else that's in control because you've trusted them. You know, they seem trustworthy and you feel like, you know, they have my best interests at heart. Maybe they do, but they might also be using this time, this busyness that you're sort of under the influence of. They may be sort of like using this time to manipulate. There's some sort of spell you're under. It's like a spell you're under that I see you breaking. The king isn't under anyone's spell except for his own and that crown and his duty and his responsibilities. That's it. Okay, so there needs to be a transformation here with your priorities. That's what I'm saying for sure. So this is you taking back control by bringing full awareness into a situation or a relationship, whatever it is, bringing back full awareness into your life, which is amazing. Okay, so this is all that I'm seeing for my pile 5s. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I pray this reading brought you guys some love, support, clarity, and strength. I want to take this time out to thank your beautiful guides, my beautiful guides, our higher self, amazing spirited self, for these messages today. Hopefully you all come back to visit me sometime soon, but until next time, you guys please stay safe, stay blessed, keep conquering the world, have a beautiful Mercury retrograde season, and I'll be back next time, all right? Bye, guys.